like I say, hundreds of trillions of years ago, after the 1.5s created the dinosaurs, basically. Um, I forget exactly if I created the first cow or if they created the first cow, but basically the first cows were created, basically, and or something like that. Like they wanted to do something, so they were doing dinosaurs or something like that. Blah blah. I don't know, something to that effect, basically. And I think it might have been for some. I don't know. I don't know if we really know. You'll have to go ask the 1.5s about that. They could tell you about the dinosaurs. Okay. Go find some little life forms about 1.5 tall and go ask them about the dinosaurs. They'll tell you the whole story. Anyway, though, but basically, so somewhere around there, cows, and then blah 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 and blah 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 blah, and like I don't even care. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, my people had to eat something. Like I say, all the plants I created or had created for my exoskeletons. That's why all the trees are here, because and all the plants, because they needed food to eat. So just like you needed food to eat. Only with the human race, I decided to make the food taste good, and blah blah blah, and it took some time. And mostly, like I say, I just wanted to do something special. I wanted to do something different. I wanted, I could have whatever I wanted. I could pay for anything. Like, Earth isn't even my first planet. Like, this is not even my third planet, practically. Well, it might be my third planet. So, anyway, like people say, oh, he's rich, he's rich. It's like, well, yeah, it's a bit more than that. I'm, and at some point in time, I was going to surprise you. I was going to be like, surprise! I didn't realize over the years that I had created so much animosity between my board members and me, or someone and me, that they were going to try and unexist me or kill me. And it's like, oh, good luck with that. Like I said, I used to know what kind of a little piece of shit JFK was. He was a real dick. He was a real asshole. Like he would pick on girls. He would laugh at teachers. He would kick people because he thought his daddy was so powerful and so important. And it's like, I don't even know who his daddy was. Like, I don't even care. Maybe his daddy was JFK or Richard Nixon or something, or maybe he thought, and he was telling people for years how he's going to be some president and so great and such a awesome blah blah blah. And it's like, huh. Like I said, technically, I think I was the leader of Germany or something like that, or some other country. Like I said, mostly I just did companies and stuff. Like, I didn't even worry about politics. Other people are like, boy, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I don't get involved in that. I don't even care. I just cared about my people, and my employees and stuff like that. It's like, the people like, blah, 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 Duke, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm a board member. Oh, I, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't even care. Like, leave me out of this. Anyway, I was just an inventor and stuff like that. And like I say, I invented the nuclear bomb and aircraft and stuff like that and whatever. I just haven't died. So, anyway, and like I said, for the longest time, JFK and Richard Nixon and all these other people thought for sure I was dead. Like I said, I have many recorded message or memories of basically JFK talking about, or someone talking about how, I thought you took care of that kid, or I thought you took care of that. Or something like that. It's like, probably not. Like I said, my board or my president or whoever was always trying to go against me. Like I said, they didn't want me giving cows to Germany. Germany was starving to death. And I didn't think it was right. I didn't like it. So I sent cows over there, and stuff like that. Wherever people were hurting or suffering, I generally tried to help. Like I said, and like I say, I owned Belfast. I owned the Ellis shipyard, and I was like, well, I want to let the workers go ahead and ride, because they were charging or something, blah blah. And it's like, no, well, the workers should be able to ride, discounted or something like that. So. And like forever, the Irish were like, we should be on blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, you should. Let's go ahead and do something about that. Anyway, so Anyway, my workers work really hard for me. And I say, you watch all the videos and you see all the rivets that they put in those ships. I mean, it's a lot of rivets, a lot of work. So, as my way of saying thank you or whatever, I wanted to include them on, what's it called? And getting people to get showers and hot water. And I said, I spent a lot of money on research and stuff and development. And I have a lot of really good people that really love me. So. Anyway, I don't know. I don't care. I was doing planned cities and I had people working on making houses look nicer and build them faster. And I always built houses for my people. It's like in the old days, I don't know. I guess you could just have them go out there and sit and sleep in tents. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. It's I could have things nice, so I did. Whatever. I used to have contests and I used to like I said, I used to try and get people excited. I'd be like, let's see who can do the best. Not in a psycho way, but come on. And there'd be a contest and the winner would get a prize. I like to, I like people to be happy. I wanted my people to be happy. So. Anyway, I didn't want my people to live in fear of when is the next blah blah blah, or what if the cops come for us? It's is that really how it is for you? You have to live in fear of the judges. You have to live in fear of the people with the guns. Is that really how it is? That sucks. I don't know. I mean. Anyway, though, but like I said, JFK, John McCain, everybody else was like, blah, 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 blah. Oh, we got you. You're going to die in 5 minutes. You're dead, Lucifer. You're done. And I was like, okay. And I even told him, I was like, I don't even have to be here. I got 800 galaxies I can be on, or 12, or whatever. There are millions of other life forms in the universe that I could be kicking it with right now. I had a colony ship. I'd rather be with them, actually, than sitting here with Godney and Rick Bash, or the Stomp Group, or Punked. I say even Foos or someone else, oh yeah, look at my new ride. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah. I invented commercials. I invented the contract. I invented checks. No one ever would do checks, but I was like, well, we'll figure out how we can do checks. Checks verification signature. And they're like, well, how are we going to do this? And I was like, that, blah, blah, blah. And then there was a whole bunch of problems. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to have to fix this. And we just worked it out. Explained it to people. And then they started doing the check kiting and blah, blah, and so I had to pay a team to do that. I just figured out a fee or something like that. And like I said, realistically, everyone else and I'm just like, there. Let's try that. Being a leader, it's a headache. Everybody else who is a leader who had any amount of power would realize it's a headache. So anyway, but whatever. I just always kept my costs low. Like I said, for years, for years, Jimmy Carter was like, as here is it on heaven. It's like, where is heaven exactly? You mean space? Where everyone knew me. They forget about me every 150 million years anyway, so. Whatever. Other life forms were like, they forgot about me. It's like, yeah, every 150 million years, generally, all the life forms or your people forget about you. It happens. Or they get confused about it. Get used to it. Or in 100 or a couple 100 million years, you'll forget your name. I'm the one who told everyone all this shit. It's like, it happened to me, blah, 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 you know. And, you know, like I said, realistically what it was I just spent that long in space. I was a ship. I was happy being a ship. I love being a ship. And I wasn't coming back, and I just spent that much time with my life forms. So eventually I finally come back, or they capture me or whatever. And it's like, I want to go back to being a ship. And realistically, the person found out, like I said, some computer life form or whatever found the one thing that I loved. Like I said, they were killing people, and one person was like, well, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find the person that you do care about. I was like, my people are all dead. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You know, and they were just looking for the one thing that I did care about and the one thing that I loved, because they wanted to take away the one thing or something like that. Trying to say that I had taken away the one thing that they loved or something. I was like, I didn't do that. I haven't been here for 1 billion years. So, I don't know who you have me confused with. Maybe some other person saying that they're Lucifer Star. Probably. Anyway, so basically some psychopath was coming after me because apparently I'd taken away the one thing he cared about or something like that. Or I don't know. But I hadn't been here for 1 billion years, so whatever. Anyway, and he finally, I guess, figured out the one thing I did care about, which was being with my life forms and being in space. So he took that away. So now I'm human. I don't know, whichever way you want to look at it. I had like 25 or 50 people that really wanted me to be tortured or dead, or at least take away the one thing I loved. But the only thing I loved was being with my life forms and inventing and being in space. And it's like billions of years ago, I was #1 civilization builder. Ooh. Billions of years ago. Or millions. I was #1 in the whole universe. Of the first life forms, whatever. Or whatever, I don't care. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, I've been around 100 trillion years. Like, people were always saying that they're a Lucifer Star or blah, 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 or a friend of Lucifer Star. None of them really were, because, I mean, a few of them were, but not really. Mostly people just worked for me. Or, you know, existed on my planets. Mostly people just exist on my planets and get benefit from my stars. And they will for hundreds of trillions of years. So, they don't really go out. Although they say maybe they will. I don't know. I don't really care. It's like, it was an experiment. I didn't know how long they would last. So, they might last forever. Anyway, whatever. You know. Shrug. So, yeah. And realistically, some people said that somebody was basically poofing up who Lucifer Star was, or something like that, you know, so they could blah, blah, blah. But they have no idea who I am. You don't know who Lucifer is. You never did. I do these videos so you explain you who the fuck Lucifer is, and Lucifer Star was, or is. Who I am. What I am. How old I truly am. Somewhere around 199 trillion years, about, or more. So, oh well. Like I say, I don't think I can compete with Richard Nixon or John McCain or the most buff person in the world. I'm just not good enough. Whatever. Anyway, can I die now? Like, seriously. Anyway, technically, after I had all the stone buildings built and I had this place looking really nice and really good and really awesome and all perfect, like somebody supposedly killed me or whatever, and it was like, oh well. I guess it sucks to be me, man. Yep. I mean, I gave some black people a chance, and they turned around and basically started going after my other ships. Punked you! Yeah, they punked me, I guess. You know, I was trying to educate them and give them something to have and give them a uniform and some pride and some nice clothes and, you know, get shoes on their feet, and maybe be able to feed their kids. But hey, maybe they turned around and killed me.